Anya just before the break. Mikel Arteta on the other side. Nigel's got to be happy, hasn't he, with what he's seen so far?
Yeah, he's definitely going to be happy. One of their strengths of Arsenal's set pieces, they got a goal from a set piece. They're really in control of this game right now. It's still only 1-0 though. That's a bit of a worry still, because even though Chelsea, you can see that they're a team in a change with a new manager trying to play out the back. It hasn't been quite working out too well for them. It's been quite risky at times. They have cut Arsenal open a few times, but Mikel Arteta overall will be happy with what he's got, because also he's got strength in depth in substitutes that he can bring on to impact this game.
Uncle was saying that the goal probably shouldn't have counted. So if we go based off of that, it's 0-0, and Chelsea probably have had the better of the chances. And they've been brave. They've played out of the back. They look like they're playing for the manager. Good energy. They've broken some lines that went on the counterattack. For sure, it's been a sloppy first half, but we'll see if they can get themselves in the second half, if they can make some changes, get themselves back into the game in the second half. Have to be careful.
Yeah, no. Lots of options though off the bench for Arsenal as you've got Kai Havertz, Martinelli, Gabby Jesus as well. You've got to say they've got the stronger of the benches that's available today, Troy, given who's out for Chelsea.
Yeah, I would say so, but I also think Arsenal are playing in first gear. Personally, I think there's very little threat that they're concerned about. I think if you looked at the two teams, I think Arsenal could go up 1, 2, 3 gears. I think Chelsea are playing more or less at top level with what they've got. They're playing out from the back, very risky. And the goalkeeper, for me, is a liability, so I expect Arsenal to go and dominate.
Okay, slim advantage for the Gunners so far. Enjoy the second half, everybody. We'll see you after.
Also memorable, that final, because their goal scorer, Stephen Morrow, fell off Tony Adams in the post-match celebrations and dislocated his shoulder and had to be stretchered away from Wembley.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah.
How times have changed, eh?
Yeah. Stephen Morrow, an amiable Northern Ireland international. It was probably the greatest moment of his Arsenal career. And he fell off Tony Adams in the celebrations. Chelsea are a goal down here, kicking from left to right in the second half. Defending the shed end now against an Arsenal side, hoping to get some kind of decisive advantage to take to the Emirates for the second leg.
Yeah, that's important. I do feel that maybe trying something. Mourinho will have looked and felt that, yes, getting forward, they just do things a little bit more better. Can they tidy things up? Might just getting that equalising goal that he can turn this tie completely around.
Here's a good foray forward immediately from João Pedro. There might have been a little pull there from Gabriel. He certainly felt so. Referee Simon Hooper either didn't think it was a foul or has said advantage. I think it was the former. Enzo Fernandez for Chelsea. Cucurella down the line. The whistle has gone. It's going to be a free kick. Actually, Chelsea haven't won this competition since 2015. It was one that they bagged with regularity 4 times inside 2 decades in the late 90s and early 2000s. Plumb down the middle from Sanchez. Kepa is there. Saliba, who had that very worthy effort towards the end of the first half that just ruffled the top of the Chelsea net. Came off the back of Enzo Fernandez. Achampong was there. Here is Enzo Fernandez again. That's nicely worked, and, well, Pedro Neto was threatening to get there. Gabriel decided to take charge, though I think Kepa would have got there.
Do you know what? I love to see that, though. I think the defender feels he's going to get there and make that contact and clear the ball away, then do so. I think it's good to have 2 authorities in the box, isn't it? Whether it's the goalkeeper in the centre half, which it was there, and the choice has to be made. Otherwise, it can end up an embarrassing moment.
Well, you both going for it is a lot better than you both not going for it.
Definitely.
Might have been a push on Cucurella here. No, it's going to be an Arsenal throw-in, and Cucurella's chasing Bukayo Saka down the line as that throw-in is played. Bukayo Saka here. Overlapping run from Ben White. White's ball into the box. Spilled by Robert Sanchez and converted by Victor Gyökeres. It's 2-0 to Arsenal, and I'm afraid it's another moment the Chelsea goalkeeper will want to forget.
Oh, it's quite unbelievable. It really is. I mean, the first half, where we sent Arsenal and Ben White scored that goal from the corner. I mean, all question marks were all over Robert Sanchez, but yet again, I mean, this should be straightforward, routine. Brilliant from Arsenal. Take nothing away from it. They get on with things quite quickly. Potentially there was a foul, Cucurella, but look at the run from Ben White, and then this pass. I mean, has it got lots of pace on it? No. Is it a save the goalkeeper should make? Definitely yes. He completely gets his hand, maybe two hands on this, and it just spills underneath him. Victor Gyökeres will not believe his luck to have 8 goals. Well, that is 8th goal of the season in all competitions, and a gift from the Chelsea goalkeeper.
Well, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal celebrate. Well, you have to feel a bit for Robert Sanchez, really. I mean, his mind must now just be in turmoil. He's made 2 very poor errors and been punished both times.
Well, you just cannot afford to make them errors against the top teams, can you? Can't afford to make them errors anyway at this level of football. And they are massive errors in a competition where you feel there's so much at stake. A semi-final, first leg at home. You know, giving a top team an opportunity.
Well, Action-Pong with the ball into the penalty area. Pedro Neto won't reach it. We've got 40 minutes of this game to go. I mean, you would never want to predict what is going to happen in the game of football. Garnacho's getting himself stripped off. But what you would say, I think, at this point, Lee Henry, Arsenal are so hard to score against that Chelsea cannot go to the Emirates 2-0 down for a second leg. You just can't see it.
Well, definitely not. I mean, listen, you only have to look at what Arsenal have and what they've achieved this season so far. There's nothing in the face of silverware, but you know, how good have they been? 17 clean sheets they've had.
Unbeaten at home in all competitions.
Exactly.
Champions League, League Cup, Premier League, no one's beaten.
Yes, and this is the thing. You cannot afford to be giving cheap goals away against a team that are absolutely outstanding defensively and can punish you the other way.
Chelsea have a corner. They really need a goal. In goes this corner kick. Kepa got something on it and is adjudged to have been fouled. And it is going to be an Arsenal free kick. Man have just got a whack on his nose from Fofana.
Yeah, he comes flying in here, Fofana. Have a look at this. It's a real high boot.
The contact, I think, was with the hand, wasn't it, rather than the boot, which was just as well for Kepa.
Yeah, it is, and for Fofana, because I think it's anywhere near the sort of face-head area. There could have been a lot worse circumstances for Fofana.
Well, Garnacho and Badiashile are coming on. Mark Guiu is making way here. Garnacho will come on. I would imagine João Pedro will go and play up front. Garnacho wide, and one of Estevao, Pedro Neto will play in the 10. And Badiashile comes on for Chelsea. Interesting to see where he slots in, whether he's going to slot in at right back, but Anyway, 2 down.
And it looks like Fofana's gone out to right back. That's where Badiashile will go straight back into the centre-half role. Just figuring out whether Pedro will go and play directly through the middle. I would have thought so. Maybe Pedro Neto, as you said, might just come and play in the 10 pocket.
Well, it's an Arsenal free kick. From Chelsea's point of view, 2 really can't become 3. Trossard with the ball into the area. Bukayo Saka here. White for Saka again. Odegaard's drive pushed away, punched away by Sanchez.
Yeah, it's a good save from Sanchez. Good strike as well, isn't it? And Odegaard hits that really well, comes through. Chelsea player.
Saka. It's a corner to Arsenal, who feel at the moment that they're Wembley bound, and Chelsea have got a lot of work to do.
No, they haven't. As I was saying, I think, you're looking at the situation now. 54 minutes gone, 2-0 down. It's important that they don't concede another goal. In fact, it's so important that they actually do go and get that next goal if it is to be. Give them an opportunity and a chance of going to the Emirates with something.
Arsenal's corner. Simon Hooper is just calling a pause because Ben White, I think, has just got involved with Robert Sanchez. Gabriel is the man actually who the referee is talking to. A lot of pressure on Sanchez here. As the corner comes in, he gets good fist to at Declan Rice, puts it back in. Gyökeres brought that down very neatly, and it's deflected behind for another corner by Andre Santos. It's not just physical pressure on Robert Sanchez at these corners, it's mental pressure too.
It is, I think, the 2 situations that clearly his errors. So yes, pressure on him, particularly moments like this where Arsenal are capable of putting good delivery in and really applying physicality pressure. And Sanchez in goal. I'll tell you what, that goal at Gyökeres, I know it was a simple tapping, but doing the world of good confident-wise.
So in comes the latest Arsenal corner kick. Goes deep toward the back post, headed up by Gyökeres, who then tries to get on the end of the second ball. It's gone behind, and it's a goal kick to Chelsea. The whole of the shed end populated by fans of Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, which seems a little strange to those of us old enough to remember the shed end being the Chelsea home end. In the old days, if you were an away fan in the shed end, you'd better have your medical insurance sorted out. Here's a slip, and Enzo Fernandez is onto it. Saliba, João Pedro, Pedro Neto. Knocked up toward the back post, Garnacho! That's huge for Chelsea! Alejandro Garnacho! Absolutely had to score the next goal in this tie, Chelsea, and they have. And it's the man that the new manager has thrown on only moments ago who scores it.
Yeah, I mean, massive moment, is it? It's very scruffy, it's ugly, but Chelsea get control of the ball, and then the ball in here from Pedro Neto. It's a teaser, comes out to Garnacho. He does brilliantly, by the way, because this isn't easy. You know, he has to get control of the ball, which he does. Composure at its best, and then he has to find an area where he can put it past Kepa in goal. Doesn't he just? Because he goes at that near post, he hits it hard and low, keeps it on the ground, it just goes underneath the legs of Kepa. And that is definitely a game on.
Well, Alejandro Garnacho, that was through the eye of a needle, that. It's Chelsea 1, it's Arsenal 2. And Chelsea in the next few seconds have to keep it that way because Arsenal have a corner. Well, that could be a game changer for Chelsea. Let's see. In goes this corner kick. It's driven. Ooh, it was beautifully controlled by Odegaard. That wasn't easy. Fofana. Andre Santos. Enzo Fernandez and Marc Cucurella.
Good call, wasn't it, from Rossini? Felt that the changes had to be made. Nacho coming on, tweaking the formation to a certain extent, well, position-wise anyway. That's where Pedro Neto's gone on that right-hand side, which we were contemplating who was going to go where. It was a big call.
There's Fofana, and that's still in play, and Estevao is onto it. Garnacho's in the middle, but that's not the pass he wanted. Off by Chalobah. Well, managers often live or die by their substitutions, and that's a really good one for Liam Rossini. Here is Garnacho. It's deflected off Ben White. Saliba is there. Fofana. Garnacho taming that awkwardly bouncing ball neatly. Cucurella. Well, almost an anywhere will do clearance from Odegaard.
I think they know that there's that little bit of momentum shift since the goal.
Estevao. Oh, it was a good effort, that. That was a good effort. It was curling. I'm not sure it was curling quite enough to be on target, but Gabriel wasn't sure either.
Yeah, it's so frightening when he comes in on that left foot. Just to whip it in that far corner. Brilliant defending again from Gabriel, really sticking his head on the line, making sure that there's no doubt it's not going anywhere near the goal.
Hour played. Enzo Fernandez with the corner kick, headed firmly away, right on the post by Gabriel. Back to Enzo Fernandez. Badia Shield trying to get a flick on. Rice beating to it. Alejandro Garnacho. Appealing for handball. And then it was handball, but in the favour of Arsenal, rather than against Saka. Gabriel's forward ball. There's a bit of room here for Jurriën Timber, who finds Victor Gyökeres. Now Leandro Trossard. Good covering challenge that from Andre Santos. And there's a foul on Garnacho by White. Well, he's just made such a difference.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he has really made a big impact. That's what you want from the players coming off the bench. Nacho, they're looking immediately to get him on his way. He's playing probably a little bit higher up, giving Chelsea that outlet and the option of maybe playing it long.
Robert Sanchez clearance. Again, less than convincing that he was on the same wavelength as everyone in front of him, but they have got a throw. Chelsea have won their last 3 semi-finals in this competition. The last time they didn't was back in the 17-18 season when the side who beat them were Arsenal. Here's Pedro Neto.
Chelsea having a lot of the ball again in the second half, really dominating the ball, looking more dangerous. I must say, this second half they did show waves and signs that they could cause Arsenal problems. I feel that tweak and change through the forward line, just give them something a little bit different.
It's nicely worked, this by Arsenal. It's a good challenge by Fofana. Timber, Trossard. Saliba's ball into Ødegaard. Nice little change of direction by Saliba, and that's a good ball as well, and it's a foul by Badiashile, and it'll be a yellow card for the Chelsea defender.
I mean, how good is that from Arsenal? Just knowing the signs of just keeping the ball, frustrating Chelsea, and then excellent bit of play from Saliba coming out of the back line, knowing he's got that space to drive in and he can pick out Saka.
Got 3 in the book now, Chelsea, Esteban, Cucurella and Badiashile. They've had 7 yellow cards this season, red cards this season, not counting the one for the former coach. Enzo Maresca and Martinelli and Mikel Merino are going to be coming on for Arsenal here. Martinelli got a hat-trick at Portsmouth in the FA Cup at the weekend. .25 to go. I think Declan Rice has scored with a free kick since his incredible double in the Champions League last season. He may never hit 2 better set pieces than those.
Outrageous, weren't they?
Ødegaard and Rice are over it. There's a 4-man Chelsea wall. It is Rice, and it's over the bar.
Well, you did call it, didn't you? Potential of that not happening again.
So here they come. Leandro Trossard on a yellow card is to be replaced by Gabriel Martinelli. Straight swap, of course. And Ødegaard by Mikel Merino. Arsenal's recruitment, I think, in the summer was so good. Not only in bringing in, you know, Eze and Zubimendi and people like that, but Mosquera and Capier, you know, they've just been, they've been excellent, those two.
I mean, listen, it's been a long process for Mikel Arteta and how he's wanted to bring in this squad, the depth, the quality. As you said, recruitment's been so key for them over seasons. Obviously, buying into his style and philosophy, which we've seen gradually progress and grow.
It's Fofana, who's down and hurt here. So he's saying in the first half it's his 50th game for Chelsea. I mean, that's like one full season worth of games, except he's been at Chelsea for about 3. So frustrating because he's such a good player. Cursed by injuries, really. Cucurella. Garnacho was heading off for the return, but it was blocked by Zubimendi.
He's such a good player, isn't he, Zubimendi, in that midfield area. Just controls, dictates the game. You've got the likes of Declan Rice, who outstanding for me. One of the best in that role, leads by example. Time and time again, Arsenal and for England.
Arsenal have the throw-in. They have a 2-1 advantage. I thought he really handled himself very well, Callum McFarlane, in that brief spell between Enzo Maresca and Liam Senior. I mean, to make your first appearance as a coach at that level at Manchester City and to come away with a point, hats off to you.
Drop the mic, isn't it? Exactly right.
And it's a good thing that I think that he has been promoted effectively into the first team coaching staff from his position with some of the younger squads at Chelsea. Head on by Estevao, offside, João Pedro.
He's another player that I think's been excellent since coming to Chelsea as well. João Pedro really looks bright, sharp, lively. Versatility, playing through the middle or playing in a 10 and go out into wide areas as well.
Here's Mikel Merino, whose versatility has been such a useful weapon. Round the corner beautifully, great feet, and that restores Arsenal's 2-goal advantage. Zubimendi so calm in the Chelsea penalty area, and Arsenal are back in the box seat in this semi-final. It's a high-class goal and a great finish from Martin Zubimendi. It's Chelsea 1, it's Arsenal 3.
What a goal this is. And I mean, there's so many reasons. It's just so good. It's Arsenal all over. I mean, the approach play, the passing, the movement is absolutely first class. Look at this little pass here from Gyökeres, and then you have the ability, the composure, just to sit people down, send people the wrong way, knowing that you have an opportunity to stick it in the back of the net. This one here, where he just sends Fofana the other way. He knows where the goal is, and he executes it absolutely first class. Zubimendi, I said, what a player, what a finish that is from him.
That's a brilliant finish, it really is.
Yeah, I think everything about the goal just oozed class, didn't it? The passing, the movement, absolutely first class. Moreno playing into Gyökeres, and that slight little touch pass for Zubimendi to arrive onto, and then him just to, tell you what, I'll just have the composure, I'll just work my way into an area where I know where that goal is. Brilliant. Massive sucker punch for Chelsea as well, just getting that goal back. You know, you felt that the tails were up.
Here's Garnacho instrumental in that little good spell for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez gets it wide to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto coming inside. Cucurella will keep that alive. Tried to take Arsenal by surprise by hooking it first time back in. Badiashile had to get there ahead of Merino and did.
Whenever you talk about teams and being complete as a team, obviously using the squad that make your team complete, I just think Arsenal have that. I mean, defensively, we touched on how good they are. Goalkeeping situation and going forward also.
Estevao. Good block. Pedro Neto. Weaknesses are hard to find.
Yeah, they are. And I think the progress that Mikel Arteta's had to really find himself in, where he wants to bring in the right personnel, he wants to have it his way and his style. I'll tell you what, I know it's been a bit of a process, but it's been good.
Oh, Estevao shot might have been goal bound and Declan Rice stuck out a leg. The free kick has been given Arsenal's way. That's an important block, that, by Declan Rice. Pedro Neto is down and hurt here for Chelsea.
And it was a big block. Estevao takes it strike on, and Declan Rice there, he's back amongst the defenders.
So Chelsea are going to respond. Joel Harto scored an excellent goal at Charlton in the FA Cup last weekend. His first for the club is going to be coming on. The Dutch international signed from Ajax. So Harto on, Fofana off. With a little over 15 minutes to play. And a yellow card for Kepa for time wasting. Well, hope it's not another injury.
Yeah, you hope not. You said about he's been hampered with injuries since going to the football club, and in turn ones that his Chelsea career really stop-start.
Oh, this is dangerous. Gyökeres, Martinelli, Saka, Merino. Great save.
What a brilliant save this is from Robert Sanchez. He has to make sure he keeps this one out, because that would have been, I think, game over. It's a brilliant strike. What a save that is. That's what he's capable of doing, isn't he? I mean, that is the old starfish spread. Make yourself big, and it's a foot save. Otherwise, that's going in the net. It's 4-1.
Well, it's some kind of redemption for a man who's made two big errors in this game. Arsenal not done yet, though. They have another corner kick. Up it goes, and it's a free header at the back post, which bounces up and over the bar from Gabriel. And he'll be very disappointed not to put this in.
By the way, he's got to score here. He has. Ball in from Declan Rice. Brilliant. Everyone is surrounded in the centre of the goal. I mean, look at that. It's an absolute golden chance for Gabriel. Of all the people it comes to, you'd want it to go to him. That should be a fourth for Arsenal.
Gabriel's clearance there might have hit Timber and ricochets up to Kepa. Declan Rice to Gabriel Martinelli. He's got away from Chalobah. Martinelli's ball. Martin Zubimendi. Mikel Merino. Martinelli. That's a good block. Didn't even flinch. I think it hit Enzo Fernandez. That'll be a free kick and a yellow card for Mikel Merino. Well, 3-1, it's still a very tough ask for Chelsea, but as you say, Lee, I think if Merino's shot had gone in, that's what he's got a yellow card for. If it hadn't been saved by Sanchez, then you can't see any way back for Chelsea at all at 4-1.
No, definitely not. I think it's a big ask at 3-1, I really do. I think they're going to have to really produce and pull a performance out the back if it does stay as it is at the moment. As you said, I think a fourth, you can pretty much write Chelsea's chances of getting to a final off, I would have said.
Well, they are threatening a fourth here, Arsenal. Nico Marino's shot hits Andre Santos, breaks to Estevao. Chalobah for Badia Shield.
I just feel that they've looked very cagey defensively. I know that there has been changes made in the second half defensively, but I think even playing out from the back have they actually got the right personnel to do so? Probably something that Messina will work with. He will keep trying. He believes in that.
Estevao is offside anyway.
Listen, you take the 2 goals that Sanchez should have done better with out the equation, and it possibly could be a different game, couldn't it? And
yeah,
it's the small margins, the fine margins of making sure that defensively you're good. It's got to be a perfect fit. It's got to be good all over the pitch.
Shumari Mahuka is going to be coming on, the 18-year-old forward player who's only made 1 substitute appearance previously this season. He's going to be coming on with about, 10 minutes of the first leg to go. Estevao played that off Timber to win Chelsea a throw-in. And Tosin is going to be coming on as well. Another defensive switch. He's already taken off Achampong and Fofana. Into the last 10. As you can see, Havertz and Gabriel Jesus are both going to be coming on for Arsenal shortly as well. 2 long-term absentees, now both fit again, as Gyökeres fouls Badia Shield. And there's going to be a lot of touchline activity now, I think. So João Pedro makes way for the 18-year-old Shumari Mahuka. And Marc Cucurella is the man who makes way for Tosin. And the Arsenal changes will see Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz come on. Declan Rice has been terrific again. And Gyökeres will be replaced by Gabriel Jesus, and Havertz will presumably play in the middle 3. Another former Chelsea man, of course. Scored the winning goal in the Champions League final for them.
Yeah, shows the strength that we've talked about all evening. I'll be so glad to have Havertz back. Said about Jesus how good he's been.
Mikel Merino. That was Kai Havertz taken away from him. Andre Santos here. Arsenal just need to get Madueke on, and they'll have their full complement of former Chelsea players on the pitch. Estevao getting outside of Timber. And still going, and Timber stuck with him and made the block. Chelsea have a corner though.
Estevao's kept going, hasn't he? I feel the whole game he hasn't been shy of wanting to get on the ball. being confident, being direct and positive.
Can they reduce the arrears, Chelsea? In goes the corner kick. It's Garnacho! Yes, they can! He's done it again! Alejandro Garnacho off the bench with 2 crucial Chelsea goals. It's 3-2.
What a game this has been. I mean, I felt that this was certainly game over. I don't know whether there's going to be a chip here or something that Seven Hooper's looking at. But the ball that's played in, Neto's dealt with here, and then it's hit into the ground.
Maybe
对，这么就是你说比赛的话，一般都是
I'm not sure he is though. He comes
要
out.
说清楚，你知道吗？3-2领先是2-3落后，如果是落后，你就要把
I mean, to take
就说
that on
落后
first
你
time.
2-3落，是吧？就把你的
Probably not getting the full connection purchase probably does him a favour because he hits it down. He doesn't quite get the full technique on this. Let's just have a
扳
look
回一个
here.
球是吗？刚才2-3扳回还是3-3扳回？然后对方扳回，不是
I
问
don't
题。
think so. I think this would be very harsh. Very harsh.
Yeah, it's a goal. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3. Alejandro Garnacho.
这个人被换出来之后，3分钟进了一个球嘛，然后现在又进了一个球，但是他一个人进了2个，对
That's unbelievable.
但是他这场踢得特别垃圾，
Arsenal go and get in the
就这场进球的时候踢得特别差，
gives Chelsea a lifeline.
这他每就是差不多每7个或者8个比赛，就是踢得特别好。
Atenzo Fernandez forward. Saliba. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, he's muscled through. He's done well. Garnacho's to his left-hand side. He's gone right to Esteval. Esteval! Good save by Kepa. Wouldn't have counted. Esteval judged to be offside. Kepa wasn't to know.
Yeah, honestly, I've been so impressed with Esteval. I think if I had to pick out the Chelsea player who stood out and really kept continuing on, it's been him. I know he's offside, but really positive. I love the fact he's got the option there where he could slide that pass in, but he wants to go alone. He wants to try get that equalising goal.
So Kepa with the clearance. Timber evading the outstretched leg of Andre Santos. There could well be more goals in this. Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal to Ben White. Blocked by Enzo Fernandez. Zubimendi. Timber. Chelsea goal kick.
Yeah, I agree with you. Literally must have jumped into my head because I feel like there is definitely a goal, if not 2 in this game. I mean, it's been brilliant. It's been end to end.
Can't help feeling that prior to this game, if you'd said to Mikel Arteta, you'll take a 1-goal advantage back to the Emirates, he'd be delighted. But actually, with the game has gone, I think he'll be really disappointed if it ends like this.
Yeah, I do. I think conceding 2 goals. I think particularly being 3-1, and I think they were comfortable.
That cross is met by Chalobah to Esteval. And here's Pedro Neto running at Gabriel. Garnacho is on a hat-trick. He's to the left of Pedro Neto. He's taking that a bit wide. He's got a corner out of it.
Gabriel, brilliant. Defending. One of the best around when it comes to 1v1 battles. When you've got the energy of Pedro Neto. Such a good game, honestly. It's turned rapidly.
Pedro Neto's ball in, and Tosin was fouling Kepa.
I must say that Chelsea have caused Arsenal problems. I know that they've scored the 2 goals and Garnacho's the one that's come on and impacted the game. But at times when they've got in wide areas, they've looked really, really dangerous. I do think the change in personnel, for me, has been key. And that'd be a massive, massive pleasing thing for Mourinho. He's utilised his bench, he's changed things over, he's been brave, he's trusted his team to try and get back into this tie, and he has done.
Yeah. It'll be interesting how much added time there will be. It'll be Chelsea who want a lot and Arsenal who want a little.
有时候他会重置，
Ben White who started it all with that 7th minute.
而且我现在必须得上，因为这另外一个真的是，你把这个
那算了吧，你
不是这个，你把我这手表拔了就可以做，不是可以直接插上的，为啥不能？
Dwell on this thought, but
因为你说
take away his 2 big errors. Chelsea might actually be in front.
I think they would have been, wouldn't they? I mean, listen, the game can flip and ifs and buts, but
我去洗澡，
there's
然
a
后呢，
huge but, isn't it?
然后就开始
Massive errors.
Into the 90th minute, Kai Havertz
洗澡是吧？
for
不骗
Arsenal.
然后等你搞完了，我就
我先去厕所啊。
Mikel Merino.
我可以配去浪吧。
It's a foul by Andre Santos on Bukayo Saka. It's a free kick to Arsenal.
你买的是什么样程度？
我懒得，反正1分钟
And
吧
the。yellow card.
不然我去看。
Actually, I think the yellow card's to Jorel Harto.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. I think frustration, maybe.
So he's in the book.
I mean, it's a clear foul and straight down the inside of the leg, the ankle, maybe of Bukayo Saka. Santos, the one that had the follow through.
And we move into how much added time. 4th official, Andrew Kitchen. Minimum of 5. And he's made 1 absolutely outstanding save and 2 very poor errors. Sanchez, as Arsenal take the free kick and deliver it to Saka. White and Sanchez. Estevao chasing gamely, but Kepa always going to beat everybody to that. Winning the second ball is important, and Chalobah has. Maheka for Enzo Fernandez. Estevao goes down, shoulder to shoulder with Gabriel. Nothing doing.
No chance. Strength, wasn't it, from Gabriel?
Kai Havertz on the turn. Let's have a bit of footwork. Well, if it does finish at this scoreline, Chelsea will feel that there is still a route for them to reach the final.
I believe that as well. I mean, see what they've showed, the attacking third.
Great run here by Pedro Neto. Quite fine Garnacho. Flicked off the heel of Zubimendi. Ben White's forward ball, Badir Shield for Chelsea.
It's not going to be so comfortable now, is it, for Arteta and his Arsenal side going back to the Emirates? Yes, it's having a comfortable edge and having the advantage, but I think the disappointment that he'll feel is that they conceded 2 goals, and this game possibly could have been out of sight, couldn't it?
Yeah. There were 5 minutes there where you and I think we're both thinking any minute it's going to be 4-1.
Yeah, for
Big
sure.
difference, 4-1 and 3-2. Might be 3-3 in a minute, who knows? Here's Saka. Gabriel Martinelli. That's a beautifully weighted ball. Jesus, and he's been caught. It's a penalty to Arsenal. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Simon Long's flag was up. He was giving that, wasn't he, Simon Hooper? Then he saw the flag.
For sure he was. I mean, it was a definite penalty. Martinelli does outstanding here. Is it? I mean, it'll be checked. It does look like he is in the offside position. It's great skill, isn't it? I mean, it's a penalty. Have a look at this. The little chop here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost a rugby tackle on top of.
Offside. What a relief for Chelsea.
Yeah, they have to cut situations out, don't they? I mean, small margins that could turn this game completely on its head.
Chelsea fans are desperate for this ball to go downfield. Eventually it does. Badiashile.
That's where they've looked so good. We're getting it into the final third.
Mahuka here, dealt with by Saliba, who got the last, well, it hasn't gone out of play. Garnacho's come away with it somehow. And he pops it off to Esteval. Plenty in the box here for Chelsea. The little header from Pedro Neto, no threat to Kepa, who tries to get Martinelli running away, but Tosin's there. Andre Santos caught by Jurrien Timber. Yellow card. Chelsea free kick.
Do you know, you can see them challenges coming kind of once that big touch gets away from Timber. He's in all sorts of trouble. It's a good job it wasn't a high lunge.
Well, this is probably the last play of the day, as they say.
Can they produce something? Imagine. I mean, the roof would officially go off, wouldn't it?
Oh. Arsenal would feel like they've had their pocket well and truly
ZZZZ.
if they concede here. Robert Sanchez. Up go the heads. Simon Hooper puts his whistle to his lips, and Arsenal will have an advantage to take to the Emirates for the second leg of this semi-final.